The John A. Logan College Teaching and Learning Center presents the Logan Defenders podcast, featuring the college's cybersecurity team, coached by Mark Rogers.
Email safety and security, things to consider. Email dangers. Email attachments can contain harmful software called malware. This malware may be in a form of a virus, spyware, Trojan, or worm. These types of malware are often sent through email, so it is important not to open attachments unless you are expecting them to know the email that came from a valid source. Malware that spreads through email can affect your home or work computer without the user's knowledge. For example, a replicating worm that uses a lot of memory on your computer can cause it to crash. Emails are also known for spoofing and phishing. These are two tactics that bad guys use to get the users, such as yourself, to give up valuable information. A little bit about spam. Spam, it's popular and it's everywhere. Spam is also known as junk mail. Spam can be a real problem, especially with a public email address. In May 2003, one single day, it was AOL who had reported blocked 2 billion spam messages, average of 88 blocked per user. Hotmail had reported to block 2.4 billion spam messages per day. Spam is expected to account for 45% of 10.9 trillion messages sent around the world in 2003. Also, never reply to spam. Some email applications even offer spam and junk mail filters. Make sure these features are enabled to screen out unwanted emails. Try to do your best of not opening spam. Once spam is opened, the sender of the spam knows that this is a working and valid and in-use email address, and knows to send more spam to that address. A little bit about the cost of spam. The average employee spends about 16 seconds deleting and reviewing each spam email. This can also take up to about 5 minutes per email. An example is that a company has 250 employees who make $25,000 a year. Roughly 20 spam emails go to each employee, and it takes an average of 16 seconds to 5 minutes to go through each of these emails. This averages to about $284 to roughly $300 or more per user just deleting and reading through spam. Spam comes at a cost, especially to business. Spam wastes time and labor and can end up costing a single company of up to $70,000 a year from each user receiving spam. Spoofing and phishing. Spoofing is the act of changing something to look like something it's not. Phishing. This describes using spoofing in order to obtain a user's important information. Example, you had just received an email from your bank saying your account had been overdrawn. You need to view and adjust your balance. By clicking on the link provided below, the link will take you, or may take you, to either the bank website or a spoofed website, a website that looks like your legitimate bank. But it actually is not. This is a reserved area for you to put in any information that is listed. This information then goes to the attacker. This is one way of cyber theft could occur. Be aware of spoofed emails, such as ones that seem to ask for sensitive information, such as passwords or social security numbers or bank account numbers. Safe email practices. There are a few precautions you can take in order to maintain good email safety. Look for major indications of a spoofed email, such as spelling, punctuation, vague statements, asking for passwords, or any other sensitive information. Don't open any suspicious attachments that came with the email. These could contain malware. Make sure the subject of the email seems valid and is spelled correctly before opening it. If a suspicious email has an attachment, don't open the attachment. These attachments could seem like a helpful program and might actually turn out to be a Trojan or virus. If a suspicious email is asking you to forward it, do not forward it. Delete it from your inbox. Safe email practices. Don't click on or go to any links that you don't recognize or that seem suspicious. This could forward you to a dangerous site or be used as phishing. Don't open or download any attachments unless you know exactly what it is. Trojans and other viruses are usually sent through attachments in email. Also, never give out any personal information such as a phone number, a driver's license number, address, first name, and last name, or any other information that is sensitive or personal. Safe practices continued. Proper management of your inbox may not seem like a security tip, but in all actuality, having an organized inbox can help better and further identify spam, phishing emails, or anything else that may seem suspect at the time. Also know when to give out your email address and when not to. Email is great, but much like your phone number, you don't want the whole world to have it. Being careful about who you give your email to is a huge security factor in the cyber world. Being protective with your email address will help you against phishing and spoofing and spyware. Only give out your email address to people you trust or know. To help protect yourself while using email, make sure to have antivirus software installed on your computer. This will keep your computer safe, and may even be able to warn you that an email you just opened contains some type of malware. If your antivirus software has features such as file scanning or filters that catch phishing or spam email, make sure to enable these options. Also, make sure you always keep your operating system up to date with the latest patches. Many viruses rely on computers having out-of-date software in order to infect them. Many viruses or malware can be stopped by simply clicking "Yes, I would like to update now," rather than clicking "I'll update later." If your computer gives you the option for automatic updates, it may be a good idea to enable this feature, so that way you can keep your updates updated. Also, change your password regularly, especially if you think your email might have been compromised. If so, contact your email service provider and make a new email address. In conclusion, follow good email safety practices. Don't open emails from people you don't know. Keep the amount of attachments you open low. Don't open attachments from people you don't know or any other attachments that may seem suspicious or that were not expected. Don't forward any suspicious emails or attachments, especially if the email states for them to be forwarded. Keep all your software up to date, especially your antivirus software. Know when to give out your email address. The less you give out your email, the less likely it is that you will receive unwanted email. This will majorly cut down the amount of phishing and spam. I hope these tips helped you in keeping your email safe and secure.